for Peter Guzman, my husband. And we've ridden a long, long way. And this is the most incredible welcome we have had on this entire ride. And we have ridden 72 days.
How's it going? Please welcome Acting Mayor Robin Sherko. Hey, Robin, come on up.
Most you know, my name's Robin Sherbo, and it's my pleasure to be acting mayor to bring greetings from Mayor Dooley, City Council, city staff, and the employees, and to welcome Clara and her support group to Nelson. We have one of our councillors here, Councillor Bob Adams. I'm not sure if any of the others are here. We all really need to thank Clara for raising awareness across Canada of mental health and her work to end the stigma around mental illness. The community of Nelson has worked hard to create awareness by hosting a press conference, which was earlier a few weeks ago, conferring with black press with ads in the Nelson Star, and placing posters around town. As well, using the classic mountain bike, which is now called the Nelson Blue Bike. So I'm not sure where it is. Hopefully it'll show up. It's been going around town, visiting schools and businesses, and having photos with the bike, which are posted on the Facebook page of the Kootenay Boundary Community Services Cooperative. Moreover, the Osprey Foundation has created a wellness fund of which you can donate by visiting their tent. The Osprey Foundation is hosting this event, is hosting this evening event, 7 p.m. at the Prestige Inn, where Clara will talk more about mental wellness. Thank you, Clara, for starting the conversation. We are very proud and honored to have you visit us on your journey across Canada. And we will continue the conversation around mental health and ending the stigma around mental illness. So thank you again from the city and the citizens of Nelson. Thank you.
Clara Hughes!
Thanks again, everybody. Sorry. I had to get up pretty close. We're so stoked to arrive in Nelson, and as you've heard, I've been through this town once before, last July, and it was on my touring bike with Peter, who you met, and we rode through town as part of our training for this big ride, and we actually rode from Canmore, where we live, all the way to Bella Coola. Well, we've got some microphone stuff going.
Yeah,
and then rode all the way back through southern BC, and Nelson always stuck with us, and we made some amazing friends here. And we were so stoked to be back and to have a rest day here in Nelson. Not only to have everybody ride into town, but so many honks of support along the way today. But honestly, this is all about awareness for mental health, and it's something that we've been on the road for 71 days now. We started in Toronto, we rode through Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, all the way across the Rock. Got some Newfoundlanders in the audience. And when we traveled all the way through northern Canada, which I'm sure you already mentioned, Derek, and then we rode the Dempster Highway from Inuvik to Dawson City, through the Arctic Circle, hit Vancouver Island, and then we've been heading east since, and we'll end in Ottawa on Canada Day, and it's all about mental health awareness. The riding has been fun. It has been beautiful. It has been cold at times and wet at times. It has been windy with big mountains at times, but what has made this ride are all the communities that we've stopped in, all of the community events and the people that we've met along the way and the stories we've heard along the way, and just the support. To be able to say that mental health matters in every single community we've been in, every single school we've been in, every single town we've rolled into, means the world to us who have ridden so far to try to raise the awareness, to feel like that conversation is happening wherever we've gone, and that this is no exception. This is, like I said, this is the biggest welcome we have had on this ride. And you just tell us that this matters. This matters here, and it matters to Canada, and we get to bring that message to Ottawa with us, all the way to Ottawa, which is a long way from here. I mean, it's definitely one of those days, but to be honest, I've said every stop along the way, if there's one person that shows up, that one person matters. And the thing with mental health that everybody knows, anybody who is connected to it, and I believe that is 1 in 1 Canadians that is connected to mental illness, you know that there's somebody suffering in silence. There's somebody struggling in silence. And I have people that are close to me, have been close to me in my life, that have suffered and gone through so much and not felt that they could reach out and have help from others because they felt that they would be judged. They felt that they would be ridiculed. They felt they might lose their family or their job or their place in the community. And that is what this ride is really all about, is bringing the conversation and having it be a celebration, because we've also met so many people along the way that are doing amazing things, that have lived experiences with mental illness, that have family experiences with mental illness. And you may wonder what this means to me, but what it means to me is a personal experience of going through depression as a young athlete, as a successful athlete. But it's also a family experience that I've lived with my sister, with my father, and it's not only something that hits close to home, it is my home, and I think it's pretty much everybody's home. So it's time that we started talking about this more, so people don't feel that they can't talk and they can't get help and they can't know what's in their community. It's all about being able to help other people and reach out and feel that if you're the person struggling, that you can reach out and there is help there. So when you ask if this, it does blow it out of the water, for sure. But quite honestly, it's just if we can touch one person every day, one person, that's all that matters. And I think today is a really good day. Not only because tomorrow is a rest day, but just this support, I can't tell you how much it means to us. It has been such a long trip. And this just is like, it's going to be fuel for the next 5,000 kilometers of the way.
It's incredibly, it's so encouraging, it's so heartening, it's wonderful. So when these people, they leave with their thunder sticks and they go back to their lives and they go back to their communities, what do you hope the message that resonates? Like if we can drop a little bit in the water and those ripples continue, what do you hope people have in their minds as they go back to their lives in their communities? What's the message they hope they get?
Well, I hope that many of you are going to come out tonight to our event. It's going to be a great event and raise some money for local mental health organization, but just really take out of this idea of elevating the conversation, of knowing what is available in terms of resources for mental health. If you see someone struggling, so you can help them get to the place where they can get help. And if you're the person struggling, realize that you can't get through it alone. I went through depression, and for 2 years of my life, I tried to get through it alone. I lost my sport, I lost my job, I lost my life for 2 years because I was stubborn and I thought I was bigger and stronger than mental illness and depression, and I wasn't. And I was someone who already had Olympic medals. It is not something that you can go through alone, nor is it something that you should go through alone. So I really hope we can leave that message, and just that this is something like, struggle is something that we should celebrate. It is part of what makes us complete as human beings. It is not just all about the joy and the shiny stuff and the Olympic medals. It is about the struggle that makes up the fabric of the human being, and I think it's something to absolutely celebrate. So today, coming here, you guys make that come alive, that idea come to life. And it's up to you to make it real. When we leave, it's not about this big ride. This is not Clara's big ride. This is, today it's Nelson's big ride, believe me. But it is Canada's big ride. And now that we've traveled into so many places and just felt so much support, I can honestly say when we roll into Ottawa that we can say unanimously that mental health matters to every single Canadian of every single walk of life. This is something that is a major issue that we need to be so much better with. And that is my commitment, is to never ever give up on this fight, just like we're never ever going to give up on this ride. No matter what weather we face, we have faced everything already, and we have not stopped pedaling, and we will not stop, even when this ride is over.
Keep the conversation not just going physically here in Nelson, but online and around the world. Thank you so very much for being part of the solution, being part of this event. This was really a very, very, honestly, truly, I say this all sincerity, this was a very wonderful, warm welcome, Nelson. We really appreciate that. It was great, a highlight for sure. So thanks for being a part of this. We appreciate it very much. Hopefully see you tonight. Thanks so much.